This has seriously been one hot mess of a morning. This is why you don't see many videos from me from the outdoors, because it is so hard to get out here. It's far away, and it's like every time we try to go out here, there's always something, always some sort of human something that destroys it. For instance, we came out here and this is like, a lovely lake, and there's someone frickin' playing the drum set, and it's echoing across the entire lake. And then I brought this microphone with because I wanted to test it out in nature, see how it would do. I have a nature channel as well. The microphone stand my husband 3D printed for this. I was screwing it in and it just snapped in two. Now the screw part is stuck inside of here. It's just been a disaster so far. And there's still so many like speedboat noises out here. It's just so loud. There's just no peace. Even now in December, and there's no peace to be had. And it's because it's been a pretty warm winter so far. Like today is gonna get 63 degrees, which is insane. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Really can't wait to move. Our lease ends like in March or end of April or something like that. Cannot wait to move anywhere, just anywhere but here. This is almost more torturous, like a taste of something beautiful. It should be beautiful, right? The nature and the beautiful lake. But if you're actually here, it's just terrible. I see my husband coming. I'm gonna have to break to him the news that I broke his TPU stand. Actually, this isn't TPU, it's just PLA. Hopefully we can get it out. Seriously, so many noises. This day is officially shot. On top of everything else, my husband, he was fishing over there. He was trying out this new rod, and he put his special reel on it, and it fell out into the water, and it's gone. So we're just having some bad luck today. I don't know what the heck that noise is. So we're crabby. We came all the way up here for this. So we're gonna go on a mission and try to find the drummer and see what the heck is going on over there. Do you want to come with? Oh, there's part of the noise. Making more spots for the new slew of tourists next year. Where are you, little drummer boy? We're going to find you. Little drummer boy? I don't hear anything. His job well done. He drove away everyone. Little drummer boy, I hope you are feeling good about yourself right now. You succeeded in ruining everyone's morning. Well, that's why he stopped. He was getting competition by these dump trucks.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. He stopped because, I can't hear the crispness of my drums.
I can't hear my sweet dulcet tones. You making all this ruckus?
Yeah, the crazy part is, if somebody wanted to play a guitar, a flute, a harmonica, a banjo, a fiddle, it would have been cool.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
No, it had to be a drum set.
Yeah, like, I'm not even saying don't play, like, just, okay? Seriously.
Husband, how are you feeling about this day?
They are determined to not allow anyone that lives here to enjoy the space. If you're not a tourist, you don't belong here.
You never said a truer word, my love. How did it... We just kind of got stuck here. This area was good once upon a time, more so even before we came here for our first job as lodge managers. I feel bad for the true locals who live here, who knew this area before anything went crazy.
20 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be terrible for them. So now we're gonna go home, but you say we can't go to the liquor store first?
We should wait till Friday.
Hi, how are you? Just so cute. You're so cute. You like your little leaf pile? Oh my goodness, you're so cute. Oh my word, little nugget. Hey my dudes, I'm back home. Sorry if that was a little dramatic earlier, but that's like the main thing that gets us really riled up. And that's probably because, we did van life. I feel like I'm always bringing this up, but we did van life, and apparently that had a huge effect on our lives. We did not the fancy van life like you see on Instagram and stuff. It was pretty janky and super stressful a lot of the time, and we weren't very healthy. It was not the best time, but still we learned so much, and it was an amazing experience, even though it was very difficult. The biggest lesson we learned during that time, if you're the kind of person who enjoys peace, quiet, solitude, and just experiencing nature without all these interruptions by everyone else, if you want that, you have to do what's uncomfortable. And that mainly means you have to go farther down rougher roads for longer periods of time. It's not easy to get to. And usually you have to go when the temperature is really uncomfortable, the weather's uncomfortable. And for us, most of the time that meant in the cold, because most tourists or people like that can tolerate hot weather, especially if all you have to do is sit around and do nothing. They can tolerate that all pretty well, but nobody wants to go where it's cold. So I remember there was this one time in Wyoming, there was this wildlife refuge, and it was down this really long, awful dirt road. The ones where sometimes they have those things. We were driving down that, having to go so slow, the pots and pans in the van pretty much falling off their hooks. We got down there and we were the only ones after, I don't know, it takes 20 minutes to slow drive down there. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was cold. It was super uncomfortable. It took forever to get there. It was a big pain, and we got there and no one else is there. And you did have to pay $5 a night, and even paying that little amount removes the chance of cheapskates who just want everything for free. So if you have to go far, if it's cold and nasty, and sometimes even if you have to pay, those are the things you got to pursue if you want peace and quiet. This is the most important lesson we have learned through those experiences and then through being here as well. But even though it's the most important lesson we have learned, we seem to always forget it. So does that mean we actually learned it? I know we learned it, but we get this false hope, especially me. I'm very guilty of this false hope that maybe this time it'll be different. Maybe this time it'll be better. We can go up to the hills and it'll be better. It's December. There shouldn't be any people out. But no. And that's our fault for being here. Something about the geography of this land at the base of the hills. We're in this weird warm pocket. This is the Midwest I'm talking here. It should not be this warm. I forget this all the time, even though we've experienced this lesson over and over and over again. I partly think, that's good. That means I haven't lost all hope in everything. I have this small inkling of hope still in my heart. But every time it gets destroyed. So maybe it's not good. That's where I'm at today. Whoosa. Can anyone else relate to this? Or are we the only weird ones who'd like to have peace and quiet when we go out? We just got to go to someplace miserable or extremely boring. Maybe that's what it takes. Or is all America like this? Or do we have to go outside of America? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm going to calm down now. Thanks for being a part of this. I do wish we would have caught the drummer, but he definitely... It's we left and there were all these fishermen and they started leaving. Everyone seemed crappy, and it's like, yeah, the whole lake was ruined. And then it's like, once everyone left, then the drummer boy stopped. It's like, why are you playing a drum set out in the middle of a beautiful area like that? Like, the water carries sound like crazy, so I don't know. Okay, no, I'm done. I'm going now, I promise.